Why ompong?
It's a long story. Well, not really. Kasi when I was a kid, I'm prone to having temper tantrums. You know, the tantrums. Kind of bipolar in a way.
Uh-huh.
So, sabi nila, okay, there's a playful name for that. So, it's sumpong. So, yun, ang sumpong, naging ompong na.
Oh, okay.
Kasi
That's
that's the
something
one.
you won't see on the internet.
No.
Kasi sabi ko, bakit kaya ompong? But yeah, that's the story.
Ay, that's the
Simple
story.
explanation. So, ompong, one of your most well-known works is Papel de Liha.
Yeah.
And it won first prize in Palangka Awards. And I like the story actually. It's about a mother's rough hands but gentle with a kid.
Yeah.
And I also believe that a beautiful hand or beautiful hands is easy to see or, you know, smooth to touch. But rough hands
Yeah.
can tell us different stories. So can you tell me what inspired you in writing this story?
Okay, I was in advertising. You know, I've been there for quite some time already, and I was like the head creative. So my life was kind of super tense. So one day I just decided I need to get out of my head, you know. So I said, God, I thought of, actually it was my grandmother, but she's the greatest mother. Okay? My mom is a working mom, but really it's I think celebrating the everyday deeds of moms. No? And my grandmother is someone who's make things perfect. So kung halimbawa isang umaga, wala siya. Mararamdaman mo kasi mawawala yung mabangong kape. And of course, when we were trained how to fold the blankets and the kulambo, it has to be symmetrical.
Oh,
So,
kailangan pantay,
na
bawal
pantay.
lumampas.
Bawal lumampas, mga ganong bagay. And then, walang langgam sa mangga. You know, we have to pick my grandmother will do that. Then we go out in the garden, walang uod sa mga gumamela. So things like that.
So yung mga
So,
pasamano dapat walang
alikab
dust.
po. And then, our room, pwedeng madulas yung langaw doon sa floor. Kasing kintab. And,
Ganong ka-strict.
but everything that she touched, okay, somehow, what we call it, a comfort zone. So,
Right.
maamoy mo, mararamdaman mo. So, kahit na nakikinig pa kami noon ng radyo because of her, that drama when we were making tahip the bigas to remove the ipa. So, that became what we call it's routine, but it's something that we look forward to. And so, there are so many instances kahit nilalagnat, kahawakan ka lang, parang wow, gumagaling ka na.
Simple touch, diba?
So I said, these everyday gestures done by hands, okay, they mean so much because
That's
they
true.
do so much. No, there's like a connection, the emotional payoff, and then the empathy. So alam mo through the hands that she's reaching out to you. Nararamdaman mo yung pagmamahal, nararamdaman mo yung caring. And that's the reason why I wrote that.
about
Because if you really would look at my grandmother's hand, they're rough. But because of the roughness, you know, you get to have all these special things, you know, of being loved and being fulfilled. Because like my mom at that time was so busy and she was so distant. My grandmother's hands made up for the distance. And the mother aspect came out because of those hands. So it was I wrote it, I think, in like an hour. So I was just typing away, and the hands, as if you will look at the way I wrote it, there is rhythm and rhyme in it. It's rhyming. And it's kuskus, kiss, kiss,
Kiss, kus, kus,
kuskus,
kiss,
kuskus,
kiss,
and
yes.
that like that. Because that was how there was, like I said, music in those hands. So everything, kahit maghugas lang siya ng kaldero, no? There is rhythm in it. So that's the reason why I wrote it that way, because I was just imagining it, and then I just
Wrote it.
yeah. And that's the story, Papel de Liha. It also won the National Book Award. And to me, if I would say, if I will read it, okay, the reason why I think kids or even, you know, I would see that a lot of people are reading it online. It's because there is a musical quality to it, that's why they love hearing it aloud. And that's the magic of children's stories
Yeah.
Um, because I think there was a question from you whether it's, in this digital age,
Mm-mm.
I mean, is it still relevant or is it
Mm-mm.
still powerful? Definitely, yes, because they're more the enlightened way and the more entertaining way
Mm.
to even develop your cognitive skills for kids.
Mm-mm.
The sad thing about just looking at it on the screen, it will not help unleash your power of thinking, reasoning,
I
and problem
know,
solving.
exactly. Eh, of course, yung smell ng pages,
Yes.
yung leaf na, diba, ng papel.
Mm-mm.
But of course, doing that, you said nga, gumamit ka ng mga words that would really describe yung movement ng hands,
Ng hand.
no? I was reading it before yesterday, and I was comparing it na when you wrote it in Tagalog and when it was translated in English, iba din yung atake nung Tagalog. So,
Mm-mm.
mas okay din ba sa'yo yun?
Yeah, well, I love our language.
Mhm.
Okay, I think I'm one Filipino who are very proud of our language.
Mm-mm.
Para sa akin, you see, I mean, I write very well in English too because I'm born in both languages.
Mm-mm.
Except that Tagalog for me, maybe because I'm Filipino, no?
Mm-mm.
It has more, shall we say, emotional depth
Mm-mm.
than English. There are a lot of Tagalog words that you cannot literally translate.
Exactly. Oo.
So, wala yung ganun. Like, even if I say, kiss, kas, kuskos. In English, it will say scrub.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? Scrub, scrape, scrub. It is not a KKK, you know?
Yeah.
So that's because you just change one letter and
Oo.
it has a different meaning.
Oo.
And in the same manner that we kind of repeat, liba,
Mm-mm.
baba, and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
So, naiiba yung meaning. But you have something that looks like, or sounds like lyrics of the song.
Oo.
So, to me, Tagalog is more potent.
Mhm.
And sometimes, I feel sad because in advertising, we do interview a lot of writers. Okay?
Mm-mm.
And a number of them would say that, ang hirap, I don't really write well in Tagalog.
Tagalog.
That is quite sad.
Mhm.
When you communicate to your target audience or Filipinos, you need to know the language well.
Mm-mm.
It's not easy to come up with a slogan or stuff like that. You really need to like weigh it and look for that particular word that has to
Exactly.
give the exact meaning that you
Mm-mm.
want
Mm-mm.
to elicit from their target audience.
Mm-mm.
So ang hirap kumuha ng writers, honestly.
Mm-mm.
More so pati
For
lalo na yung Tagalog
Mm-mm.
writers.
Mm-mm.
English, but English is not. It's not. I'm saying it's not it's an easy language. No, it's not that easy.
Mm-mm.
But to
Iba-ibang
make
language, iba-ibang
Mm,
characteristics.
true, but Tagalog is harder.
Oo. But I remember when my son was still young, I used to read to him aloud, no?
Mm-mm.
Before going to bed or whenever we get a chance to do it, no? And I find it also, and I realize when talking to other people recently that I think reading aloud or reading to your kids, as parents, is kind of lost art. Diba? So
Yes.
parang
Mm-mm.
anong gagawin natin, diba? Parang paano natin maibabalik
Babalik.
yun in our culture?
Siguro kasi, okay, you can call me ancient, okay? Though I would refuse to season or anything.
Mm.
Right now kasi, I have observed, and to me, it's an irritating sight. But everybody's on the phone.
Right.
Okay. So, sabi, how will you bond with your kids? The kid is on the phone. You are on the phone. Everybody is on the phone. But I raise my kids, but maybe because I love to read books, they are readers.
Mhm.
Okay. So we have moments that even if I don't read it aloud, we have audiobooks. And I remember there was one time that we have The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, read by Glenn Close.
Mhm.
It was well done.
Yeah.
Then they all jump out of their seats because of the way it was read. It was scary. So that, and you will see the rapt attention. And even me, if I read to them, they would laugh where they need to laugh, and they would cry when they need to cry.
Mhm.
Now, how do you bring it back? That you really need to exert effort. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that you need to be on the phone
All the time. Mm-mm.
Because I'm a very busy mom. Okay,
Mm.
I mean, at the time, like I sometimes go home at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., but I still find time to read with them.
Right.
And we chose the titles that we
Mm-mm.
like. We go to the bookstore together. So there is time,
Mhm.
and it's really sad for like maybe parents to say, I mean, I'm just so stressed out.
Oh, I
I
have
don't
no
have time to read
time.
and just give
Oo.
the iPad. That is really, I
Oo.
would call cap out. The easiest way to do, mag-iPad ka.
Oo. Siguro
Tapos,
set an example, set by an example, or teach by example.
yes,
As parents, dapat lagi ka rin din may hawak na libro in front of your
oh,
kids
yes.
so that he or she would emulate you. Diba?
That's how it
Mm-mm.
happened to us.
Mm-mm,
Because they
mm-mm.
see me reading.
Mm-mm.
They love reading.
Oh.
Although they are tech savvy, I'm not saying that they're not. They are tech savvy,
Mm-mm.
but they love reading, and somehow it's like it's passed on. Because I have grandchildren, maliliit pa lang, and they also love reading.
Mhm.
So it's really that you need to show them the potency of reading aloud.
Mm-mm.
It makes their imagination work, better.
Uh-huh.
Kasi iniisip nila the words
That's
that you
true.
are saying.
Oo.
Rather than like seeing it immediately on screen, di ba?
Mm-mm. That's true.
It's not
That's
much challenge.
Oo.
And you can see, multitasking yan. They look at the computer, they look at the
Mm.
phone. They look at 3 things at the same time. So, wala na yung focus.
Mhm.
But reading will make them listen and will make them think.
Mhm. Well, but do you still believe that children's book still, still hold power at this point in time?
Yes.
Because, in the advent of digital age, I would see a lot of shows, on YouTube
Yeah.
for kids. And ito na yung pinapanood ng mga kabataan.
Like Peppa Pig.
Yung mga ganon,
Sorry.
diba? Oo. So,
I watched that too.
paano yun?
You know, okay, it's like this. As you were saying that when we were touching the page, that's iba yung, I call it the ritual,
Mm-mm.
the sensorial aspect of it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and then there is also the charm aspect
Mm-mm.
of looking at the pictures and looking at the words, and there is also the challenge for you to digest those words.
Mhm.
See, the power of children's books in book form to me is that it's the one that is making the cognitive skills, the better development of cognitive skills. Kasi nga,
Critical thinking.
Critical
diba? It forms
thinking.
critical thinking. And empathy.
yes.
Diba? Oo.
So, nangyayari, without that, kasi I think napupuna mo na sometimes, the power to understand, to comprehend, to reason out, to solve problems, wala doon.
Mm-mm.
So, nagiging parang everything is passing through.
Mm-mm.
And that's okay. That's why I think I have, in my team, sometimes it's very hard for them to generate an original idea.
Mm-mm.
Because
Yeah, that's
everything is just there.
Mm-mm.
Para bang, Wikipedia, it's all there. But there
Mm-mm.
is no, the brain has somehow ceased and has become lazy along the way.
It's not working anymore. Parang
Connected
ganon.
yun. So do you want that?
Uh-huh.
If you have a child, I don't think you
Exactly.
want that because you want that kid to think well,
Uh-huh.
to understand well, to solve problems,
Uh-huh.
and empathy, to have good values.
Yeah.
And reading does that.
Mm-mm. It's good that you mentioned that, because right now we're having a reading crisis
Yes.
and comprehension crisis din, Sabi nila, the Philippines ranked among the lowest in reading comprehension in Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA. This have shown that many Filipino students struggle with reading comprehension. And I was wondering what role can writers and creative play? Diba? Kasi paano natin matutulungan yung mga kabataan natin in this aspect? Kasi I remember during the time of Vice President Sara Duterte as a DepEd Secretary, she had this program called Catch Up Fridays. So, every Friday, magbabasa daw ng libro yung mga estudyante. But what happened in that program? Because walang interesado magbasa, walang pumapasok every Friday. So, what now?
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
It is not only our problem, but I
Mhm.
think it has become global already.
Mm.
As you said, bumaba ang comprehension, di ba?
Mm.
It's kind of sad. Okay, I also have data about this. Is um, crisis compounded by systemic failures such as lack of textbooks, excessive administrative tasks for teachers, and a culture of mass
Mm.
promotion that passes students without
Mm.
necessary skills. So kasama na yun. So parang nag-snowball siya,
Oo.
no? Now, how do we, I think there should be, though the government has organized some programs to encourage reading,
Mm.
pero tama ka doon na lang pumupunta. Okay.
Papasok. But I would remember before when I was young pa, yeah, vitamins, they would give out, or kaya yung mga candies, they would give out yung mga small comic style that you can read, no, para sa mga bata.
Oo.
Pero parang wala na rin yun ngayon eh.
Pero yun na nga eh, what if
Balik
it's
yan.
all over? Like, not only if you go to the mall, kunwari, and you need to buy shoes, meron ding libreng book. Tapos, it's like all over place. It's an exerted effort to bring back the love of reading.
Oo.
Then, of course, you cover that also digitally because you will through on TikTok. Alam mo naman ngayon, di ba, sayaw, kanta,
Yeah.
o bad, okay ka na. No. Reading excerpts from the book. So you make it really like cool and uso. But you just don't see it in school. You see it all over
Exactly.
happening.
That's true. You're right, because we grew up that, thinking na ang pagbabasa ay natututunan mo lang sa eskwelahan. Pero not necessarily yung love for reading. So where do you think the gap lies between teaching reading skills and cultivating reading
Love.
habits, 'di ba? To Filipino students?
Kasi nga, I think we kind of, we are in a society wherein sometimes to earn a fast buck. As I was talking about the plethora of TikTok or whatever, because meron ding monetary exchange and ganun. So, talagang values eroded, nakalimutan na talaga yung pagbabasa. So ngayon, sige, ano ba yung madaling gawin natin? Kakain tayo, gawin natin to. So,
That's easy money pa.
Easy money focus. And I don't have time for that because I will rather devote time to doing this. And not even education, it's doing this so that I could earn something and I will be famous. Now, we need to address that. If that is the only thing they see online, they see that all the time. But do you ever see somebody reading online? No. But that's what I'm saying. It's a concerted effort. In some countries, they banned digital equipment to bring back the basic arts, reading, writing, arithmetic. So Japan and I think some of the European countries, kasi napunan nila, it has eroded. And these are first world countries, they're bringing it back. Now we are 70 years behind. How do we catch up? Unless we
Exactly.
make it national, like you see it everywhere. Because, if you see it everywhere, the trending and all, then definitely they'll pick it up.
Exactly. Oh.
So for me, if you ask me, that's the only way to do it. It's a concerted effort for all companies. Give free books in promo, impact promo or on-pack promo, or with clothes, with the toys, with anything. We are a malling capital of the world. We're always in the mall. Then it should be there.
And use influencers to influence reading. Di ba?
Yes.
Pwede. I remember kasi si Natalie Portman has this Instagram account dedicated to all the books that she reads. So when she's done with the book, she would post it and somehow post yung summary niya dun sa book, what she thinks about the book, etc. So I think she has a greater influence. So, diba, I think that we can do that as well.
We can do
here.
that. It's like Oprah's reading club.
Yeah.
So, and
It's
we
just that
have,
this is online. No?
yes, we have so many influencers. We can even use K-pop people because we
And you,
Kinda.
being in the advertising agency, fat-free advertising agency, so how can you make, diba, reading cool again for the kids, aside from what we have
discuss of making it
Meron pa ba,
national.
as a campaign?
Well,
Of
for fun, that's I was thinking of how big it is as a campaign. And then you develop what I call legs, the snippets deriving from that campaign. I can build, if you ask me, okay, what we call maybe a digital sitcom that people would love to. They love watching all these things that are ridiculously funny. But I will always inject reading in the situation. It could be the plot. So these are the things that I can do. And I mean, I know that it hasn't been done before, but I think it's about time. Okay.
Being an author, what kind of stories does the Philippines need today? Diba? Ano pa yung mga dapat na mga kwento na dapat kalakihan ng mga bata, most especially because that's your target.
Okay. I think, what is happening right now, talking about news, okay, you've seen, what graft and corruption and stuff like that. That has become like something that we take for granted before, that it's already there, it's already in the system. Okay? And that's the reason because somewhere along the way, we forgot that we are human beings with values. Nawala yun.
Right.
That my brother would call it la patria, love of country, and even love of self.
That's true. That's true.
So, if we need to do stories, we need to do stories that would have these values, that would say that you should be proudly Filipino, that you have this.
Some sense of nationalism.
Nationalism, not only nationalism that it's wrong to steal, it's wrong to get an easy way out, easy cut. It's there is a lot of merit in, shall we say, working hard for what you dream of, and of being disciplined. So first we start with the, shall we say, the values like honesty, and the love of your countrymen. Yung na mapakita mo lang kahit sa pagmamahal sa pusa o sa aso. Because that's compassion. Okay, so that's values. And then, kasi nakita mo naman, trolling, nagmumura, that sometimes our leaders shouldn't do those things, They should embody, as what we say, yung pagkamatikas, pagkamaginoo, pagka-heroic. Okay? So we need to get these things back.
Do you think we're so reliant to using foreign materials? That's why this is happening to us, especially to the Filipino students, na ang ginagamit nila mostly, not naman lahat, but there are times mas madaming ginagamit na foreign materials as compared to our materials, but to instill culture, diba, and all the sense of nationalism that you have mentioned earlier.
Well, you're right, because sometimes, that it's already materials. Like, if you go to the bookstore, daming foreign materials, I think more than the local materials. So that's another issue. But I'm not saying that that's bad.
Yeah.
Because we can
You
still
will find a balance.
Yeah, we can find a balance. And, for example, the nationalistic pride, before you can even reach that, I think it's just basic human dignity, of having nabi mo na yung values na mali, yung gagawin mo na mang-onse ka sa kapwa mo, scamming, but it's
mangurakot,
it's all over, diba? Scamming is like okay lang yan. So those things, yun lang yung mga basic kailangan ibalik talaga. Before you can even reach, sabi mo, the grand level of nationalistic pride, And being, sabi ko nga my line is, para maibalik mo yung lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting. Nasaan na yung magiting, di ba? So ibalik na natin yun. And that should be part of the curriculum.
Right.
Di ba? So values, that could be maybe one subject. Values.
Right.
That we need to bring back. Because nakalimutan na talaga.
Exactly. So what's next for Ompong Remigio? Are you still looking forward to writing another children's book?
Yes.
What would it be?
Right now, kasi I have so many book ideas inside my head, like crazy stuff, but like the love story between a dog and the cat, literally dog and but but it can be funny. Things like that. And then I also have something epic about the women in our family. Ito yung mga parang, ang kwento ng mga babaeng hindi nagbubunot ng kilay.
Ay.
Because
I love it.
but it's strong women.
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
Lola who survived the war and, widowhood. And
Right.
she was match. It's like a lab match to the town mayor of Laguna. She was only 18 years old at that time. So, those are the things that I'm trying to work on.
You are a one remarkable woman. No,
Thank
we
you.
haven't touched half of your legacy. Kumbaga, 'di ba? Andito pa lang tayo doon sa author eh. So I would want to touch a little lang before we wrap up doon sa pagiging advertising legend mo naman. Of course, have you ever done a campaign na labag sa prinsipyo mo? Or
Okay. So this though is the truth in advertising. Definitely, you cannot write an ad that is not based on truth. Okay. Me, when I was a kid, kasi I was just like the power of observation. I observe people. I have so many stories inside my head. And they're all based on real insights, So, I can't, it's very difficult to write an ad na pangit ako. Otherwise, I would tell
you
that
have
kayo
to
na lang.
believe
Yeah,
in that
to
product
believe,
or with
yeah.
that person. Ganon.
Kung meron man na lumusot na gano'n, revision na lang yun. Na pwede bang, sige na, patawarin mo na. That is grammatically wrong, I said. No? But then, sige na, mag-aaway pa kami ng client minsan. I'm sorry, sir, but it's grammatical. Sige na, patawarin mo na yun. O sige na nga. So, yung mga ganong bagay, sige na. But, the messaging, I mean, I for the life of me, I will not, do something or write something or even unleash something that has no merit, So, no, I don't do that.
Right.
So,
All right. So we are looking forward to all the future campaigns that you're going to do. Beautiful and rich campaign that you're going to do. And of course, yung mga books that you're going to write in the future, we're also looking forward to that. If there's one thing that you would want to impart our audience right now, what would that
would that be? For me, that despite of this AI, the digital age is already nigh or it's already there, that they should never lose their heart and their soul, because there's nothing like, humanity. But if that thing takes over, then I would say that is a very, it's like the death of your being, Ate, yun yung nakikita ko na nangyayari because of that. As you can see that, it's all over the, it's sayawan, mga ganong kababawan na lang and all. I feel sad. I don't want to see those things. I said, we are beyond this. We are great people. We are great individuals. Why don't we show that, of what we can be, what we can do? So I know that, that's the trend, that is what's happening. But I think eventually,
you will come around.
Yes, it will come around. Kasi mapupunan natin, ang laki ko ng mga katangahan ng ginawa ko, I mean, diba? So, doon. So, I think pride and love of, of self. And as I was saying, what did I say? That don't lose your heart and your soul. So, there. All right.
Thank you so much for joining me today for the long take, and really honored to have you today.
Thank you, Angela. I'm also very much honored to be here. In fact, I didn't expect myself to be here, but thank you. Okay. So,
thank you.
I hope to God that the listeners will enjoy whatever I said.
Of course. And we're looking forward to another book, ha?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.